Hello and welcome to Helena's Health Hike. I'm Helena and I decided to start doing a vlog about my personal health journey because I am just fed up with the stigma surrounding invisible illnesses. I'm 25, I look fit, I look healthy, I look completely fine. But I'm not. I've got underlying conditions, health conditions, that don't necessarily always inhabit my ability to do stuff. But the stigma surrounding invisible illnesses mean that a lot of society, a lot of people within the creative industry and all types of work industries, and the media misrepresent it, and therefore people think that if you have a chronic illness or an invisible illness, that you are then incapable, you're labelled, you're incapable of doing anything and achieving your dreams. So I wanted to share this vlog with you all to make it very transparent about what goes on for me, what I have to deal with, the struggles and also the treatment. The names of the treatments, like chemo, for example, doesn't necessarily mean cancer. And all of this sort of stuff, how it affects me on a day-to-day life. So that for those of you who don't have an invisible illness, you are able to understand a little bit more what it's like to have one. But also for those of you that do have an invisible illness, it should hopefully bring you some comfort knowing that you're not alone and that it's okay to have these fears and these worries and these thoughts, especially when you're young. Well, any age, but especially when you're young and you have an invisible illness, and especially in this technology dependent world. So today I'm talking about the rattle to my snake, these bad boys, my pills. Yep, I rattle when I walk and I make a joke out of it. Why do I make a joke out of it? Because I'm embarrassed, because I'm ashamed, because I'm 25 years old and I'm taking 19 pills a day to stay alive. Simple as that. You know, when you're younger and you're in college and you're asked to do a 5-year and a 10-year plan? Yeah, this was not part of my 5 or 10-year plan. So for those of you that don't know, I have got both types of lupus, SLE and discoid, which is a butterfly type rash, which actually you'll probably have noticed over the course of my videos has been going down again, which is great. I feel very happy about it. Both types of lupus, Sjogren's, psoriasis, psoriatic arthritis, hypothyroidism, and neutropenia. I know, I'm selfish. I like to take the lot. I don't just want one, I want them all. But no, the reason why I joke, and I make jokes about rattling while I walk and all of this, is because this, right here, this pill packet is a huge barrier for me. It's a huge confidence issue. I try and hide it when I'm going away with friends, or it stops me from being able to spontaneously spend nights at my friends, because if I don't have today's pills, I can't stay over that night. I have to go back home. It limits my life and I hate it. And I know that many of you are probably sat there thinking, well, you know, you can take them out as individual kind of day packets, so why don't you just keep those in your bag? Oh yeah, because this is really easy to take into a club or to take into a bar. You rattle everywhere. You can't just have it in your back pocket. Okay, it's smallish, but it's quite clunky. You can't just take these round, and I don't want to because I'm embarrassed. If people find it, then I have to explain, and then there's that whole thing. And the whole reason why I'm doing this vlog is because I want that to stop. I want it to be more normal. I want to be able to go to a pub and have this and be like, you know, if a friend says, oh, what's that? Oh, it's just my pills that I have to take. And for it to be normal and not then a big, oh my gosh, are you okay? Oh, are you able to be here? Do you need to go home? Stop treating me like I'm an invalid. Stop treating me like I'm about to die in front of you in 2 seconds, please. I know that people think it's caring and it's kind, but it's not. The amount of times people with invisible illnesses hear, oh, are you okay? Oh, Do you need to go home? You probably shouldn't be out, or you probably shouldn't be drinking. I'm 25. I want to have fun. I'm only a quarter of a way through my life, and I have many party years left ahead of me, I hope. I don't plan on stopping that anytime soon. At all. Why should I? Just because of a bunch of pills and an invisible illness that most people don't know about. It doesn't stop me. Yeah, okay, I have chronic fatigue, but if I'm really struggling, I'll stop. I know my own limits. I'm my own person. You know? If someone had a broken leg, you wouldn't stop them from going out to a pub. You wouldn't go, oh gosh, should you go home? Oh, are you going to be okay? Oh, you don't. You just go, oh, okay, cool. And you leave it at that. So, yeah. This is my best friend and also my worst enemy, all in one. It's terrifying to admit it, and I hate it. And every week, on a Wednesday, I have to refill this. And it makes me sad. Because every week on a Wednesday, I get reminded of what I rely upon. Now, I know that there are some people out there who choose not to take the medication route and to do meditation and other natural remedies and different things like yoga and stuff like that to help. And that's completely fine. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. And if that works for you, that works for you, and that's great. I am trying to switch across to that and do a half and half. So half medication, half sort of natural yoga and natural remedies and stuff like that. I'm working on my diet. I've got a nutritionist, things like that. But then to be told 3 weeks ago that these aren't working and that I need a stronger form of chemo straight into my bloodstream, it's not nice. To be told at the age of 21, where you've got your whole life ahead of you, you've just finished drama school, to be told that you need to be reliant upon 19 pills a day for the rest of your life. Yeah, it sucks. It's a bit of a bummer. And you learn to live with it. You learn to cope with it. And I think for many years, I actually chose to ignore it. And that's okay as well. Out of sight, out of mind. Hide it away in my little bathroom cupboard. Can't see it. But every Wednesday, I'm reminded. Every morning when I take my pills, I'm reminded. Every evening when I take my pills, I'm reminded. And I guess I just want to make it clear to people that I'm grateful. I am so grateful for the doctors and for the people that have come up with this medication and the research and the money and everything that has gone in to making these so that I can function on a day-to-day life. I am so grateful. Thank you so much. But it doesn't mean that it's not tough up here. It's tough to deal with sometimes. That realization that I'm only 25 and I'm on 19 pills a day is tough. It makes me feel like I'm not normal. But then what is normal? You know? So yeah, I guess if you are in a similar situation and you rattle down the street like me, if you need to use comedy like I do to make a joke out of it in order to cope, that's okay. If you don't want to talk about it at all, because that's the way that you cope, that's okay. We're all individuals. We're all going through this crazy journey called life. We're all going on our own path. And whatever you need to do for you, that's okay. But please, if you don't have an invisible illness and you don't know what it's like to have this every day, I'm hoping that maybe this has given you a bit of an insight. And maybe when and if you come across anyone like this, or God forbid you have to go through it yourself at some point, maybe it'll make it a little bit easier to understand. And maybe you can be a little bit kinder to people, a little bit more understanding, and a little bit more empathy can go a long way. Help people like me to not feel like we're such weirdos and strangers in this planet. If lockdown and COVID has taught us anything, we need to come together, be strong and unite. So I hope you all have a lovely week, and as always, any questions, feel free, just put them in the box below.